Today we're tackling this pile. I'm in my family room and this pile has gotten bigger since the last time you saw it in my tour of the piles around my house. Why is that? Well, every time I am listing inventory in my spreadsheet that hadn't been cataloged previously, I just keep piling it on and adding and adding and adding. You probably are sensing a theme with me. Piles on piles on piles. No more. We're going to deal with this one and see how much we can get listed, how quickly we can get it listed on eBay. That is, if every item in here should be listed at all, because I need to get a little bit more diligent about purging items that perhaps I should never have bought in the first place. First step, let's get in here and get organized so we can be efficient with our listing process. I'm going to ease myself into this. So I'm going to start with shoes because I already have a pile of shoes elsewhere. Are you surprised? And we'll just move these to the shoe pile. Next up, handbags. And I know there are a lot, like somewhere in there. We're going to start, I got one clear empty tote. We're going to start that one for handbags. And I'll give you a shot later of how it fills up. Yep, here we are, hardware store, looking at storage totes. Gotta get all the stuff a little bit organized, sorted, more than it is right now, and then be able to store it once it's been listed for sale. So here I am spending money to make money. I've got the first part right, but so far we're not making money until we actually list our items for sale. They're on sale right now. We're gonna pick some up and get ourselves a little bit better organized. Do we think we can get organized now? I would think so. This should be able to hold a lot of stuff. And as you all know, I have a lot of stuff. So this is like, they were on sale, 2-pack. So 2 totes for $14.99. And I think they're normally probably almost that each. So had to get in there and take advantage of the sale price. People in the store were super nice. Sale actually ended yesterday and they still give me the sale price. It's Tote City in here. Totes everywhere. Had to go in, found one was broken, so I had to take it back in, exchange it, but all good. Got 20 good quality totes now. We got the purses and wallets sorted as you saw, and now we're gonna dig in and see what else is in that gigantic pile and how we can organize it to get it listed. Taking a little break from organizing the death pile, meeting a friend for lunch. Then we'll be right back to it after I have something yummy to eat. Going out for some Greek food today. Gonna have a good visit and I'm sure something delicious. That lunch was as scrumptious as it looked. And now I had an appointment to sell someone some slippers on Facebook Marketplace, and they have just delayed our meeting by a half an hour. So what should I do when I have a half an hour free? You already knew, or at least suspected what I was gonna do, didn't you? Since I'm in a little town outside of Calgary, we're just gonna do a little pop-in. Just a quick stop, see if we find anything. So let's check it out. Don't need any strollers. This is nice. Hi, good, thanks. Let's give you a quick overview. Really cute little store. Looks like a little bit of clothing and shoes. Not really what I'm feeling today, unless something really stands out. Got some home decor. Nice window display. See what else we've got going on back here. Looks like some pet stuff. Lots and lots of clothing. I think we're gonna look for maybe some trinkets or something. Well, maybe starting here. See if we find anything. It's just plastic. jar. I think that's just newer. It's got a hole in it. Plant pot, I suppose. Back into shoes. Little decor. Oh, this looks interesting. What do we have here? Certainly has kind of some 70s color vibes. $5.99, probably a little much. Maybe a plant pot, herbs. You could almost put silverware in there on a buffet table or something, but I don't think we want that. Oh, what's in this box? Let's see if we can get it open. Nope. More knick-knacky kind of stuff. What is this guy? He's like made of, what is that? Straw or something? He's kind of cute. Nothing we want to buy though. Very tall looking thing. All right, other side of the aisle. Oh, these are pretty. Newer, I'm pretty sure. Oh, heavy too. Party light, there you go. I find lots of party light things. Doesn't resell great, but two of them here. I actually did find a sold comp for somewhere around $30, but it's actually supposed to have a metal thing that goes on top that holds your little tea lights. I think even for $30, since they're asking $6 and it's really heavy and would be tricky to ship, I'm going to leave that one. This is obviously the candle holder section among other clothing items. Oh, look at this. This is old. Somebody made this. How interesting. It's like a wooden base. Somebody made a lamp out of a shell and a bulb and a piece of wood. Interesting. Hello, giraffe. What are you? Oh, I guess a candle holder. Huh, fun. Remember I was talking about Western boots? Well, got some really nice pairs. These ones are Ariat, 125. I looked them up and they would absolutely sell more than 100% sell-through rate. However, the comps range anywhere from as low as 40 up to maybe 50, 60, 70. So for 25, I think we won't get them today, but nice selection of boots. Kitchen section. Mugs. Nothing too crazy. Seeing there. Looks like miscellaneous pots and pans. And we turn around, we've got books. And oh, these look interesting. They look heavy. Let's see what kind they are. Living art. $3.99. If you needed a set of brightly colored canisters, this would be the place to come. Well, score one for self-control or having a time clock, but I'm coming out of there empty-handed. Nothing to buy. Lots of pretty things, but prices were a tiny bit on the high side for resale. And of course, being in a hurry, I didn't want to rush and buy something I shouldn't, so I didn't. Now I'm on my way to meet someone, like I said earlier, from Facebook Marketplace, and they are buying these Victoria's Secret slippers. Meet her, drop those off, and then absolutely organize the death pile. Heading into the post office, we sold a Harvey the Hound, Calgary Flames NHL mascot on eBay. So just gonna drop him off and get him shipped to his new home. For all the businesses and entrepreneurs and eBay sellers in Canada who rely on Canada Post for shipping, we are all in a little bit of a state of concern right now because there is a potential labor dispute, aka strike, that could happen as early as May 22nd. So cross your fingers that that does not happen. Harvey's on his way to his new owner. Hopefully, since I'm dropping that off Friday before the pickup deadline, it will leave the country and be well on its way through customs and out of Canada if and when that postal strike does happen next week.
So a couple of fun facts about this Harvey the Hound that Don wanted me to elaborate on. I actually found him. There was more than one, and they've both sold now. They were items that I independently sourced. On the first time that we went to the bins together, I found it with new tags, and they were both $40 original, and we figured, let's sell them. So she looked into it a little bit more and found Harvey the Hound is actually the first NHL mascot. So that probably is part of what got the buyer's eyes. And yeah, I was really happy that my first thing that I found, both of them sold in under 2 weeks of listing, which is really good.
Well, I've picked out everything that needs to be laundered. Let's get that all contained. I think I'm going to do a bin with linens and things. That used to be the name of a store. Is it still around? Nice blanket. These, I think you can stuff with clothes when you're camping and they become pillows. An actual pillow. What else have I got? Pillow cover. Usually when I'm picking up pillows and linens and things, it's going to be either from a store like Pier 1 or Restoration Hardware or Crate and Barrel or something like that. These are actually some IKEA sheets. Cleaned, just need to be listed. And what else have we got here? Ooh, gotta move some things around. Found some more linens. Very cute. Safari. These are a couple of pillow shams. This is fun. Like a mohair, maybe? I think so, like a wool with suede on the back. That's it for linens. I thrifted this hat box, so maybe I should use it to hold hats. This one, this one, this one. Another cowgirl hat. A bit more of a retro sun visor or something. Another sort of sun hat. Hats. Next tote is larger tote bags, backpacks, whatever. 1, 2, 3 Le Sport Sac crossbody bags. This is a beautiful vintage leather Roots Canada duffel bag. Do any of you remember when our Canadian athletes wore Roots Canada clothing in the Olympics? Anyway, it's a Canadian famous brand. Backpack, pouch, lug bag, Vera Bradley, vintage briefcase. Oh, baby hip carrier thing. This is the baby Bjorn that I just washed the other night. And another baby carrier called Snuggly. Another baby Bjorn. Gotta get these sold so some babies can be carried around. And finally, this one. Oh, this I remember. This brand is called Dagny Dover. D-A-G-N-E Dover. And I remember when I looked this up in the thrift store, it has sold for quite a bit of money. Next, this tote was actually already pretty well organized. Has other tote bags, larger bags, backpacks, Nintendo GameCube cases. So we'll leave that exactly as is. And then this bag, I don't think we need to reorganize this. It's got travel stuff like travel packing cubes, cosmetic or toiletry bags, things like that. We'll leave this just as is. This tote of shoes is already organized into a tote of shoes. A couple of featured items. Are these not the cutest little Vans you ever did see? These, actually at the Goodwill bins, somebody gave these to me and said, do you sell Coach? I'm like, yeah, I'll sell Coach. Let me give you a tour of how I have organized the rest of that gigantic pile. Another tote of miscellaneous little handbags, wallets, more shoes. More shoes. Yes, I do like selling shoes. We've got some yarn. That's actually a wig right there. That one-of-a-kind handbag, as well as some other miscellaneous items and a lot of eyeglass cases. You might ask yourself, why do I need so many eyeglass cases? Well, someday you'll see us listing about 65 pairs of designer glass frames that I found at the bins. Artwork, frames, a lot of miscellaneous sort of breakables. We have a box of belts, mainly leather. That one is neckties and a couple of silk scarves. more breakables, water bottles, crystal, things like that. It's not that we have reduced it, but we have certainly organized it, which is going to make it a lot easier to tackle. You're finally getting to see something that actually feels like results for dealing with this death pile. What's my lesson for today? Well, this may not look like a huge improvement over the massive mountain pile of stuff that I showed you at the beginning of this video. But what I can tell you, and what I learned going through this process of simply organizing and categorizing the stuff in the pile, is it feels a lot less overwhelming. So just having a bin that all is in there is shoes, and another bin that's just handbags, and so on and so forth, means that when I think about having to list those items, or actually more accurately, having Nathan list a lot of those items, it just doesn't seem as haphazard and random as it did when it was a pile of miscellaneous stuff. Getting organized, staying organized, we all know that that's how you need to handle your listed inventory so you can find things. Well, I'm saying let's apply that even to our unlisted death pile, because it makes it a lot easier to think about tackling it. In the next video, we're going to change gears a little bit, and instead of looking at all of the overwhelm of what's not listed, we're going to take a look at what's actually sold and give you some of that interesting information. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching.